All right. So coming into just a moment of tuning into our bodies and our breath. We're going to start with a short visualization guided meditation. So close your eyes. Think of the space behind your eyes as your own personal TV screen. And on that screen, picture a place in the world, or even if it's in your imagination, that you feel really comfortable. It could be your house, your happy place somewhere in the world, your bed, your garden, a special tree. Just think of one place today that you feel at ease and put yourself there. When we're in a place like this, our body softens, our breath deepens, maybe we smell the place, or we hear sounds from that place. Let the ease of whatever place you are in begin to work its way through your body and your spirit, down through the crown of your head and down through your body or outward from your heart center. Feel your physical breath, the rise and fall of your chest and your belly. Your breath is a bridge between the outer world and your inner world. Let every exhale let you release and take away something heavy from your body. And let every inhale fill you with peace. Take a moment to bring your focus and attention deeper, arriving at the center of you, wherever it is that you visualize that place to be. Once you reach it, feel how alive it is there. And at that center of you, picture a door that's ready for you to walk through. On the other side of the door is your Eden of inner peace. In this magical Eden, it can be anything you imagine it to be, a garden, a forest, a beach. Just feel the comfort and warmth of your center and that place. This space with your inner knowing is where your intuition and your superpowers live, where you never have to question yourself or be anything more than who you are. As you connect with the calmness of your center, let yourself at the same time be connected to this calmness and let your spirit soar. Let yourself fill with the light, the freedom as you soar. And with yourself filled to the brim with this light, imagine yourself standing under a waterfall of golden light. As it cascades down from the heavens and over and around you, it opens up your energy field. It clears you of unwanted grime, shines up your aura, and it severs the ties to all those things in the past you're ready to let go of. Let the bits and pieces or the rocks and boulders wash away. Let that soft, warm, golden shower of light shine and polish you from the outside until the brightness and peace and light within you now shines brightly outside of you. Let this golden light shine from your center outward through you until it fills you so full it expands outside of you and around you, forming a golden cloud. Let it settle around your physical shape, serving to protect you from unwanted sources of stress, energies, chaos, negativity, all the things that should always remain on the outside of your inner peace-filled center. Let this golden barrier protect you. Silently repeat the following affirmations. Let them emanate from your core, from the truth of you, and believe in their power to hold you in this golden space of peace throughout your day. Silently say to yourself, I am in control of my thoughts and emotions. I will respond in my highest interest in any situation. I feel a great sense of happiness, security, and well-being. I feel grateful for all the abundance that flows into my life. I accept, appreciate, and love myself unconditionally. I feel an abundance of positive energy all around me. I am a channel of peace and well-being. Take a moment to add your own intention. Now begin to move your physical body, turning your head to wake up your neck. Bring that chin up and that chin down. Start some shoulder motions, lifting up, bringing forward and back. Continue the motions by adding some circles to your upper body. Maybe 5 in each direction. Seeing how that feels in your low back, in your spine, your hips. Back to center we come. Let's reach those arms out. Take a big breath in. Lift up, reach up, maybe lean back a little. Exhale out. Let's do that again. Big inhale up. This time maybe bring that forward and down. Another breath in and up when you're ready. Lifting to the sky, maybe adding a side lean each way. Maybe again. And then let's come into a tabletop position. Continue the movement, but now we're going to wiggle our hips. Chase our tail a little bit or do a figure 8. Just get things moving. And then sink back into child's pose or extended puppy. Knees together for child's pose or knees wide, dropping those hips to the heels, coming forward onto your forearms or down onto the block or a mat. Just settle yourself in for a moment. Take some soft breaths. One more. And then we're going to lift back up to tabletop, spreading our fingers, bringing our shoulders over our wrists and putting our knees under our hips. Find the base of your spine, lower the belly, raise the gaze. Cow, arch up into cat, just another way to feel your body, to activate your core. Take some big breaths. Let's do one more round of cow and cat. Coming back to our tabletop, starting with our left leg, send it out behind us, point the toe down. Work that ankle and foot. Some flexing and pointing or circling. And then to wake that leg up even more, draw that knee right up into our chest. Send it back out. Let's do that about 5 more times. And then switch sides. Bring that right leg up. Work your foot and ankle so it feels good to you. And then 5 times, draw that knee into the chest. Send it back out. Press through the heel. Go back to that first side, the left leg, send it back, adding in balance now. We're going to extend our right arm, reach through the fingertips. So we're using our core to balance. You can stay here or add on, now taking elbow to knee, adding more movement for arm and leg as they connect underneath and up into your chest. Let's do 2 more, or hold there while we do 2 more. All right, switching sides. The right leg goes back, the left arm comes out, we come into balance. Take a moment to breathe in that balance, and then you can add the elbow to knee on the exhale. Two more. Back to our left leg. Let's lift it out to the side. We're kind of doing the fire hydrant dog and the fire hydrant motion. Just lifting that knee out to the side. You can circle the ankle if you want. Just warming that hip up first just by holding it here. And then we're going to start some circles. So circle each direction 6 times, forward and back, or clockwise and counterclockwise. Now send that left leg behind, bend at the knee, reach around with your right hand, so it takes a little balance here, pressing foot into hands. We're going to extend that right arm out behind us. Press that foot into the hand. Balance, breathe. And release. Right leg, we're going to take it out to the side like fire hydrant. You can move your right ankle for a moment if you want, just warming it up there. And then we're going to circle 6 times, clockwise and counterclockwise. Nice big loose circles. Send that leg back, bend it up, reach for it with the left hand, press foot into hand, extending your left arm behind you, pointing that right knee down. Take a few breaths. And release. Let's lift right on up to our downward facing dog and continue the motion through the legs, now pedaling through the heels. Maybe dipping your hips a little, working up your legs. Find the power in your arms to walk yourself right up to a forward fold. Straight legs coming to the back of the mat. Coming into that forward fold. Letting your head hang, your feet are hips distance apart, toes are pointing forward. We're feeling something in the back of our legs. Making sure we're not just hanging here. Press into the floor, bend your knees if you need to reach it. Shake your head yes and no, if that feels good. Now let's go halfway up, either fingertips to floor or palms to shin. Extend your spine, lengthen that spine, turn your gaze if you choose to. Then we're going to put a bend in our knees, press down through the feet, and we're going to rise up. Moving chair, up and down. Get those quads going here. Three more. And reach up, lean again, side to side, maybe a mini back bend. Whatever feels good. And release. All right, we're going to take it wide on the mat. So working on the inner legs here, find your squat position, your goddess legs. Line things up at your best squat so you're still over, knees are over ankles. And we're going to move right into sunflowers, get some motion going. So take it up, sink it down, tilt it forward and sweep. Two more this way, then we can add some rotation if you're ready for it. Choose a side, start your big circles. Two more. Stopping at the top, we go the other way. Reverse your circle. Two more. We've got those legs ready for goddess. Let's bring the arms into cactus position. Lower down, nice tall spine. Sink as low as you feel comfortable and hold. Now we're going to add on, so bring those hands into heart center. Go low, real low, pulse lower. Nice. Stay low, hands go to knees, brace. Side stretch, inner leg stretch. We're going to turn all the way, lower down, turn to one side, press that knee away. Take it to the other side. Again. And then we're going to come back up, walk those feet in. All right, a little bit of balance work here. We don't do this very often, but sometimes it's worth checking in. So I'm going to make sure that my feet are on the same surface. So not one on the mat and one off the mat. I'm going to walk onto the floor here. We're going to start with just coming into one-legged balance. The reason I want to be off the mat is because then we're going to come into a balance where we put toe to heel and we're going to challenge our core. So right now we're going to lift just the left leg. We're going to see if we can challenge our own balance this way. So the more we move and try to stay balanced, the more we work our core and the strength of the standing leg. And we're also doing triple duty here by warming this left hip flexor. So just add a little bit of movement if you're able to. Now we're going to take this foot, this left foot, and bring it down and put it right in front of our right foot, heels touching toes. And I want you to think about equal weight on each foot, level hips, And I want you to challenge your core here. So you might have to really swing, or maybe it's already challenging for you. Try to stay in this foot to foot position. Breathe. Balance. All right, now shifting forward onto that left foot, raise your right one up, coming into that one-legged balance, challenging it. And then place that right foot down directly in front of the left so everything's touching. Find your level hips, your equal distribution of weight on your feet. Nice tall spine, and challenge your balance here. Maybe it's a turn of your head, not just a flapping of your arms or a bending at your torso, whatever it is that challenges you. Nice. All right, now we take a walk. So I hope you have a little bit of space to connect. Just walk forward like there's a line on the floor, or maybe there is a line on the floor where you are. Just walk it forward. Make sure that heel's touching that toe. Walk in that straight line forward. And then walk it behind. Walk it back. Touching toes to heel. Just a little something different today. And release. Shake that out. All right, let's come to the front of the mat into our mountain. Toes are spread, feet are hips distance apart. Tune in from your feet up, coming into your own nice equal balance, like all four corners of the feet, the center of your body. You're not rocking to your toes or your heels. Make as many parts active as you can. The inward spiral of the shins, the opening of the chest as you reach down through the fingertips, the drawing together of the shoulder blades. Couple more breaths here as you're in your centered position. And now we add on. Next inhale, lift those arms. Work your way to the floor, forward fold, holding here, stretching. Maybe your legs are a little straighter than they were last time. Pressing into that floor. We don't want to hang. All right, let's send our left leg back. Runner's lunge. This, you can allow your left hip to drop lower than your right here to take a deep stretch through that left foot, back of the leg, heel, ankle, calf, whatever. But then we're going to align our hips as we move up into the higher position. So stretch it for a moment, then draw the hips together so they're equal in length. Find the right distance apart between your feet, and then press up, coming into your high lunge. Keeping that back heel lifted, that back leg straight. Trying to level out your hips here. If the left one dropped way low, maybe you stepped too far back. Your choice to keep your hands at heart center or to take it up into a full crescent lunge and maybe even add a little bit of a lean back. Finding your best stretch on the front of the left leg here. Now we're going to take our left hand. We're going to bring it down to the floor on the inside of the right foot. We're going to twist at the torso, stack our arms, and open up into a twist to the right. One more breath. Hand comes down, we rock forward, back to our forward fold. Shake it out if you need to. Find the right distance apart for your feet and hold your forward fold here. Maybe legs are getting straighter. Maybe your chest is getting closer to your thighs. Maybe you're having to add on some movement to make your backs of your legs feel it. Press down through the hands, step the right leg back. Allow that right leg to extend as far as it needs to add a stretch through that deep stretch through the back leg. And then we're going to align our hips, drawing them equal alignment. Right one comes forward, left one moves back a little. We find that power and we work our way up. Coming into that high lunge. Checking our front knee position, the back leg, the heel, and then adding on full crescent lunge arms if we're ready for it. Opening the chest. Right hand comes down to the inside of that left foot. We twist at the torso, stacking our hands, pressing our head back a little, coming into a twist to the left. We're going to bring this left hand down, draw our left foot back, coming into plank. Any level. You can lower to your knees, you can lower to your forearms if you need to, get off your wrists. Find your plank strong and powerful. Breathe. Three more breaths. Now we're going to lift it up to our downward facing dog, and this time make it a little more balanced. We're going to get that big stretch up the back, maybe put a bend in our knees to start with. So we can feel that ears aligned with our arms lifting up high and then lowering through the heels without losing that big stretch. Kind of finding balance here in our upside down V. Taking 4 more breaths. Pushing forward, plank, lowering down, powerful arms, elbows going to the back of the mat. Hover at the bottom if you have the strength. Release, cobra. Try to warm the back. Try not to use all of your arms, but lift from the back, the strength. Then we're going to go after this, couple more breaths. We're going to go into either a higher cobra. You can press up into more of an up dog looking position, or a sphinx. So let's take that now. I'm going to go sphinx using my forearms to support me as I lift higher. A few more breaths here. Making sure our back is warm. And then work your way up to downward facing dog. Finding your right leg, we're going to raise it up, swing it through, crescent lunge, take it all the way up. If you want to bring your left foot down into warrior 1, you can do that as long as it doesn't hurt your low back. You can spin that foot down and do a true warrior 1, or stay here at crescent lunge. And then we're all going to take that back foot down and move to warrior 2. Again, really focus on balancing between the front leg and the back leg, finding that center position, reaching those arms to opposite walls. Good position for that front knee. Hands come down. We step back to plank, lower through the sun salutation our own way, meet back, downward facing dog. Balance stretch here, few breaths. When you're balanced between hands and feet in down dog, it feels like a resting pose. It feels like you could stay here for a while. So if you're not feeling restful, maybe we've got to work on a little positioning. Feel free to email me ever. Let me know. Let's raise that left leg, send it through. Coming up into crescent lunge or warrior 1. I'm Happy to work with anybody on Zoom one-on-one just to get positions a little more comfortable if need be. Alright, let's spin that back heel down, finding warrior two, nice and balanced, nice and strong, good position for that front knee. Again, through the sun salutation or just meet me at downward facing dog. Finding your right leg, swinging it through for warrior two. Flipping that right palm up, taking a reverse. Big lift of that right arm. Maybe you want to lean it back toward the back of your mat. Keep the left side of your chest open with hand reaching toward floor or palm pressing into back. Big stretch for the whole right side. Keeping your booty tucked, slide it over to side angle when you're ready. Add left arm, hand at hip, or left arm over ear. Now it's a stretch for the left side, but an opening and some work for that right hip. Pressing back up to your warrior two, we're going to go humble warrior, reaching around behind and either making fists here, drawing the elbows back, or interlacing the fingers, drawing the shoulders, elbows, and arms out into a straight line behind us. And then taking our head down, if you're able, next to this right knee, keeping that booty tucked. Mine wants to keep pushing right. I keep tucking. Lifting those arms if you're able. Release through the sun salutation or meet me at downward facing dog. Left leg, bring it up and through, warrior two. Finding that balance, flipping that left palm up, lifting it to the sky, following it with your gaze if that works for you. Keeping the right side of the chest open as you either reach up or lean toward the back of the mat, stretching the whole left side. Slide it over, side angle. Finding position for this right arm that works, a nice connection, light connection between either elbow or or arm to inner thigh. Big stretch for the left side, side angle, and some work for that left hip. Pressing up, getting ready for that humble warrior. We reach behind, interlace, or just draw back. Straighten those arms out, open the chest into side. If you're able to keep your booty tucked, and come down next to this left knee for humble warrior. Hands to the floor. This time we flip the back heel up and rock forward, front of the mat. Forward fold, pressing into that floor, stretching those legs out, shaking your head yes and no, or doing whatever you need to do. Maybe walking your hands under your feet and pulling up through your strong shoulders for a gorilla move. Whatever gives you your best stretch. halfway. Turtle coming out of his shell, poke your head out, lengthen your spine, turn your gaze if that feels good to you. And then we're going to settle into a chair here. So sinking back, weight goes to the heels, lift that torso. Let's start with hands at heart center. See if you can sink a little lower into that chair, lift your spine a little higher. Adding full arms if you want to go full chair. Two more breaths. We're going to switch the position of our arms to the airplane, palms face the floor, draw back through the shoulder blades, lift up onto the balls of your feet, coming into a balanced airplane chair. One more breath. And release. Shaking it out. Grab a drink if you need to. We're going to come into a little balance, a little strength here. So we're going to start with standing big toe pose, which might look different for some of us. I'm going to give you some options. So in the standing big toe, we're going to start on the right leg. Lift the left knee up. Reach for the toe or the outside edges of the foot. Send that leg out as straight as we're able, and then open it out to the side. So I can imagine that some of you are going, yeah, right. That doesn't work for me. That's okay. So you can do something different. You can take this into a standing twist where you lift the left leg, cross the right arm over, and twist to your left without holding your knee up. You can do that instead, okay? So whichever way we're going to do it, we're going to try to hold for about 8 breaths. So standing on the right leg, choose to do the standing big toe or to reach the hand across and do the twist to the left. Standing big toe, we send it out as straight as we can get it. Got to find our balance, got to make sure we're not locking anything on the right side. And then we open out to the left as best we can. The leg is supposed to be straight. Mine is not. On the side. Two more breaths. And we release with control. Shake it out. All right, other side, same options. First we pick up that right knee. It's either the left hand comes across and we twist to the right, or we reach down for that right big toe or side of the foot. Send it out as straight as possible. And then take it to the side, and now we hold. Two more breaths. This is not an easy pose, so don't get mad at yourself if it's not working for you today. And release. Bring it in and shake it out. All right, we are going to go down and do some stretches from down on the mat. I'm going to give you the option to go down right now and do butterfly, soles of the feet together, knees going open. Working that however best you can, or to do a garland with me. Garland, if you remember, you just take your feet as wide apart as you think you need to get down low and keep the feet flat. So we're going to inhale up. We're going to sink down. Going to get that butt low. Going to get those feet flat. And maybe you're just going to continue to work those feet down, taking them wider, turning them out, whatever you need to do. There's obviously tightness in your feet or your ankles. If you can get in there and use your elbows to send those knees wider, you can do that. I'm just going to breathe here 5 more breaths. And release back to seated. Stretching out those legs in front. Giving you the option to do the legs together. staff pose, pressing down, leaning forward to get your best back of the leg stretch, or to take it wide. This morning I did staff pose, so this afternoon, I am going to try the wide-legged version. You control how far forward you go by pressing down through your hands or by letting go and reaching forward, but focus in on the back of your legs and make sure that from sitting bone to heel, no matter which position you're in, the back of your legs are making good connection with the ground. I'm going to give it a few breaths here to just let yourself melt. Adding on whatever you need to feel it. All right, bringing those legs back together from wherever they were. We're going to lift up the left knee. Going to twist it to the left, but here's your options. Okay, depending on how your hips and glutes feel today, you can just twist left. You can cross that left leg over to the right side of the right foot, right leg, and twist. You can tuck this right leg under, and some of you will want to go even further and stack your knees. Can't even demonstrate on this side, the stacking of the knees, because as soon as I try to do that, my left sits bone comes off the mat. So I'm just going to stay at this modified tucking my leg under, keeping my left sits bone down and twisting to the left. So you can still twist left if your knees are stacked. That might be a deeper stretch for you if you have looseness in your hips and glutes. Try to keep your spine tall. Hopefully feeling something on the left side. Two more breaths. Unwind. Straighten those legs out. We're going to draw the right knee up and choose to twist right from here, to cross over and twist, to tuck under, or to stack. Two more breaths. All right, unwind, roll onto your backs. Take any final stretch that you need. I'm going to start a short Shavasana song since we did the meditation at the beginning. We got a little bit behind. I got a little bit behind with time, so we'll just do a short one here. Let yourself be for a couple minutes, tuning in, letting go.